Hello, this is Derek Dyson, the President and CEO for Today's Power Inc. Today we're talking about the Red Mesa Tapestry Solar Project. The project is located on the Navajo Nation in the Red Mesa chapter of the Navajo Nation in the state of Utah. The Navajo Nation itself encompasses a portion of the state of Utah, New Mexico, and Arizona. This particular project is in Utah and will be 72 megawatts, and it will further support economic development within the Navajo Nation.
We currently have 3 utility-scale solar projects on Navajo Nation. Here at Red Mesa, this is our largest. The Red Mesa solar project was built at 72 megawatts, and 66 of those megawatts is sold to our friends at UAMPS in Utah, to a series of municipal utilities that can take advantage of our renewable source here. We're really pleased with how our solar initiatives have progressed with NTUA and on Navajo Nation. As I mentioned, this is the third. The first 2 were in Kayenta. We built the Kayenta 1 and Kayenta 2 projects, and those projects combined produce about 55 megawatts of power. Again, that power stays within the Navajo Nation and is a benefit to the Kayenta region.
The Red Mesa Solar Facility is a project of progress. What I mean by that is that these groups, NTUA, Today's Power, UAMPS, all formed a partnership that brought together community benefits in terms of creating new jobs, boosting the economy, and providing funding for electrification projects to bring electricity to homes for the very first time.
I think when it comes to the economic development for the Red Mesa project, I know that construction alone was well over 100 million. That contributed to the taxes. Not only did it help our people, but it helped them train and learn a new set of trades, because I know renewable energy such as solar is something that we're constantly trying to figure out how can we get more people to learn the trade. So I'm glad that that project gave an opportunity for such a community, because if you think of Red Mesa, there's probably about maybe 5 to 10 people per 10 miles acre. So just to see that many people, well over 200 people, be able to have a job during that phase is amazing, because from there on Navajo, a paycheck helps not only the individual but their extended families as well.
So we entered into a PPA with communities in Utah. So these communities understood the benefit of the project, meaning that they knew it was going to bring jobs to an area, to a region that suffers close to 50% unemployment. They knew that this facility would not only help create new jobs, but it would also give the workers a skill, a trade that they would always have as part of their resume.
As we look at repowering the West, we want to figure out, where are those places where communities that have been impacted by transition away, say, from coal plants, things like that. How can we repower those communities and not have such a big fallout from some of those old legacy plants going away? I mean, it's not the same because it doesn't have the same operational jobs as a coal plant, but there are opportunities there, and especially thinking about around here, the more renewables that can be built and doing it again and again, you can have sequence construction jobs for years to come. And I think that's a huge benefit that we want to keep looking at projects with N2A and see what other opportunities there are.
Our guidance or our thoughts are to try to train our workforce so that as they come in and they do the first project, they come in as an unskilled worker, and then are able to advance as they go to the next project, become semi-skilled, eventually skilled, and then they actually learn a trade as they go through projects one at a time. Because we have such a large land mass, and because we're trying to now get our projects so that they're export-based, where we're selling our electricity outside the Navajo Nation, we have a lot more projects that we can build. We can train a lot larger workforce, and then those folks are very mobile and can go out and work all over the United States.
This particular project is along with other projects that they're developing within the nation on the solar front, made it clear that TPI, as a cooperative-owned, community-focused entity, could invest in it and achieve multiple multiple aims. One, support cooperative communities as well as those communities that need more jobs, looking to do more renewables and to achieve, a larger footprint along those lines. So the project is now up and running. We're excited about the prospect of its continued operations. We're also excited about the fact that, a lot of the folks who had worked on the project were going to benefit, but even more so, the citizens of the Navajo Nation will benefit from the revenue stream that will go back to ensure that the government continue to operate, continue to create jobs through the Navajo Tribal Utility Authority, as well as other entities that will be supporting the Red Mesa Solar Project.
One of the things I like to say is thank you to Today's Power for their interest and investment in Red Mesa. Without partners like that, projects like this wouldn't happen. They want to be able to provide the 200 jobs. They want to be able to provide the taxes that go back to the Navajo Nation, or the training, or even the outlook for solar upon the Navajo Nation. So again, thank you to Derek, Today's Power, for their interest and investment in Navajo communities.